When I first heard of the title Tartuffe back in high school, I swear my first thought was, well, this is going to be a long couple of weeks. A French comedy from the 1600s did not sound exciting at all. I was completely skeptical. But once we got into rehearsals, I realized I was wrong. Tartuffe ended up being one of the most funniest, ridiculous, and enjoyable plays I've ever worked on. Today, I'm going to talk about the play, what it's about, why it's caused so much drama in Moliere's time, and why it still matters now. Tartuffe centers around a man named Orgon, who becomes obsessed with a fake holy man named Tartuffe. Tartuffe pretends to be humble and religious, but he's really after money, power, and maybe even Orgon's wife. What makes it funny is that everyone in the family can see right through Tartuffe, except for Orgon. And every time people try to show him, he just gets more stubborn. The characters feel more like people we still meet today. Elamir, Orgon's wife, stays calm and clever, and she's ultimately the one that exposes the truth. Doreen, the maid, she's sarcastic and tells everyone what they need to hear. Miriam, Voliere, and Damis react in ways that keep the whole situation chaotic and believable. And then there's Tartuffe. His whole thing is putting on a performance to get what he wants. People like that exist today, which is probably why the comedy still works so much. Moliere mixes humor with truth in a way that makes you forget it was written centuries ago. When Tartuffe premiered in 1664, it caused immediate outrage. France was strongly influenced by religious groups, and they did not find this fake holy man character funny at all. They complained to the king, and they got the play banned. Moliere did not back down. He argued that he was not attacking faith. He was calling out people who use religion as a tool to manipulate others. That argument created a huge debate about morality, authority, and censorship. In the long run, controversy actually pushed the French theater forward. Tartuffe proved that comedy could expose social problems, challenging hypocrisy, still makes people laugh. Scholars still talk about how Moliere used humor to shine light on corruption. What sticks to me the most about Tartuffe is how relevant it still feels. Someone who pretends to be holy, moral, and actually being the absolute opposite is no new idea. People fall for that kind of trick and behavior all the time. Doing Tartuffe in high school changed how I felt about classical theater. I went expecting something dry and outdated. Instead, I laughed every night backstage and found myself drawn into a story that felt real. The family dynamic reminded of people I actually knew, and the audience reacted to every shift from comedy to tension. It was a good feeling. That experience showed me why stories last. They last because they tell about how real people behave. In the end, Tartuffe is more than a clever old comedy. Moliere used humor to reveal hypocrisy and to remind people to pay attention to when someone's words and actions don't match. That messages mattered in the 17th century, and they matter just as much today now. Tartuffe proved to me that the oldest stories can surprise you and entertain you, and still have something important to say. Thank you for coming to my Tartuffe Talk.